Welcome Algebra 2. This is solving power functions part 2. Part 2, 2, 2. Alright. Well, let's go and solve this problem here. Well, one of the things is, my question is, will this have one solution, two solution, or no solution, right? We wanna have an idea of when this is gonna have a solution or not. Well, one of the things that we can do is grab your calculator and we can graph this, right? Let's go to y equals, let's go x raised to the, I'm gonna put parentheses, 5 divided by 7 plus 3. All right, this is my function right there. This is my function right here. If you notice it, this is my function. This is the y value that it was set equal to, right? So really this problem was, you had something like this: y is equal to x to the 5 over 7 plus 3, and I told you solve when y is equal to 80. All right, kind of spelled it kind of bad, but this is kind of what it looks like, but it's already set equal to that. All right, so I'm just putting in this function right here. So now I go ahead and hit graph. All right, well, if you kind of notice it, it's kind of looks like a straight line. Maybe it looks a little wavy, but if you notice, it kind of looks like a straight line. So it looks something like this. I don't know, it looks something like that to me, right? So if I tell you to solve when your y value is 80, right, how many solutions should I get? Well, it's only going to touch my function right here. So I really should only get one solution. I should get x is equal to some number here. I don't know what that number is. We're going to solve for it. So I know we only should get one solution. All right, so let's go and solve this. So the first thing we want to do is we want to subtract. Well, we want to get rid of any addition or subtraction when we're solving problems like this. So we're going to subtract 3 to both sides. All right, we're going to get x to the 5 over 7 is equal to 77. All right, now the next thing we need to do is, well, we just need to get rid of our exponent, right? We want to get x to the 1 is equal to some number here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by 7 to the 5th power and 7 divided by 5 on both sides. Okay, to the power. Now, if you notice, all I did was multiply in this exponent by the reciprocal of the problem below. If you think about it, 5 divided by 7 times 7 divided by 5. Well, the 7 divided by 7 is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So these cancel out, and we're going to get x to the 1. All right, well, let's just find out what 77 raised to the 7/5 is. Oops. So we come over here, and we're gonna get 77 raised to the parentheses 7 divided by 5. All right, and this is it. This is approximately our answer. We're gonna get 437 point. Let's go back to the calculator. 609. And this is our answer. We're done. We've solved it. Maybe the hardest thing was realizing that this is 5 to the 5 divided by 7. We multiply the powers by 7 divided by 5. We just multiply by the reciprocal. All right, let's look at another example problem. Well, this is a quadratic function, right? If we look here, I'm going to make a quick sketch. You could plot this in your calculator, but I know it's going to be U-shaped because it's quadratic. This is something we've gone over. It's x minus 2 inside, so it moved to the right by 2, and then it moved down by 2. So it moved down by 2, so my function looks something like this. I don't know. I may have it wrong, but this is the idea of how it should look like. So when y equals 4, how many solutions should I get? Well, I should get one solution there, and I should get another solution there. So I should get two x values. I should get one x value here, and I should get another x value there, right? So we're going to solve for those. So let's go ahead and go to our function and go ahead and solve this. So one of the first things we want to do is we want to get rid of any addition or subtraction first. So we're going to add 2 to both sides, right? And we're going to get 2x minus 2 squared is equal to 6. All right. So next step is we're going to divide 2 to both sides, and we're going to get x minus 2 squared is equal to 3. All right, now the next thing we need to do is we need to get rid of the square. So one thing we can do is take the square root. There's two ways we can take the square root, and we're going to get x minus 2 is equal to, I'm going to put plus or minus, I'm going to find out what that is. Should be a decimal answer. The square root of 3, it's 1.73. 1.73. All right. Now I could also do this doing the exact same thing we did before. This is squared. We just multiply both sides by the 1/2 and 3 to the 1/2. These cancel. Put your plus or minus on the outside like before. We're going to get x minus 2 is equal to plus or minus 1.73. All right. Now we just break this off into two equations and we solve for it. So we're going to get x minus 2 is equal to 1.73 and x minus 2 is equal to negative 1.73. All right. Same thing that we're going to get over here. All right, so one of the things that I'm going to do is just over here, I'm going to write it over in this section right over here. All right, so all I'm doing is I'm bringing this information, I'm solving it over here, right? So we have x minus 2 is equal to 1.73, and we have, oh, maybe it makes it look more like an equal sign. And then we have x minus 2 is equal to negative 1.73, okay? We add 2 to both sides. We're going to get x is equal to 3.73, and then we add 2 to both sides. And we're going to get x is equal to 1.73. There you go. And these are my two solutions that I got. As you notice on the graph, we should get two solutions, right? We kind of knew that because we did on the graph that. All right, hopefully that helps to understand that problem. Let's go ahead and look at one more, right? So at this point, you can stop the video if you like, but we're going to go ahead and do one more problem. Here, just like before, I'm going to go ahead and graph this function right here and see what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and graph it, grab my calculator. Go over here, we're going to get x plus 2.5, oops, raised to the 5 divided by 3, all right, plus 1. All right, let's go graph that. All right, so my function looks something like this. All right, so when y is 4, I don't know, let's say that y is 4 somewhere around here, right? I mean, you're going to get one solution. Anywhere along this line, it's only going to get one solution. You shouldn't get two solutions, all right? It just basically kind of goes up and then goes down. So we get one, so we know this is one solution. All right, first thing we do here is undo any addition or subtraction. So we're going to get x plus 2.5 raised to the 5th power divided by 3 equals to 3. Well, now this is dividing, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. All right, so I'll multiply both sides by 3, and we're going to get x plus 2.5 raised to the 5th is equal to 9. Well, to get rid of the 5th, we're just going to multiply this by 1/5 on the power, right? These cancel. I'm not going to put a plus or minus on the outside because remember, I should only get one solution. I'm going to go to my calculator now, go over here, and do 9 raised to the parentheses 1 divided by 5. This is to the power, the exponent, 1.55. All right, so we get x plus 2.5 is equal to, I forgot what it was, 1.55. 1.55, we subtract 2.5 to both sides, subtract 2.5 to both sides here. We're going to get x is equal to, all right, we're going to get 1.55 that minus 2.5, and we get negative 0.948. So this is our answer. All right, so what that's saying is if you look up here, so this is my answer. If you look up here, that probably means when I drew the graph, I didn't draw it as accurately, but what it's saying is we have something like this, and then it goes like that, right? I guess what's really happening is, let's say if y is equal to 4 right here, our solution is actually right there, closer to -1. But either way, we knew it was one solution. That's why we do a quick sketch. My original sketch wasn't perfect because I thought it was going to be over in the positive area. But when I actually solved for it, it ended up being negative, so it's probably right there. So it's up to you to decide how you want to approach this.